Welcome to my channel Maths with Mahanti sir. Children, in the last class we discussed what is probability. Probability of an event, how to find probability of an event, different terms connected with probability, that is trial, outcome, then your event, elementary event, compound event, okay, sample space, then what is the definition of probability, what is favorable outcome, so many things had been discussed. Also we had discussed properties of probability. What we had proved in that class? Sum of the probabilities of all elementary events in a trial is 1. Okay, that means taking the example of what? Tossing a coin as a trial. We had proved that P of H plus P of T is equal to 1. Similarly, in case of throwing a Ludo die, whatever elementary events are obtained, that is 1, 2, 3, getting 1, getting 2, getting 3, etc. If you add the probability of all elementary events in case of throwing a die, okay, the sum is also 1. That means sum of probabilities of all elementary events associated with a random experiment or trial is 1. Also we have discussed what is range of probability. Range of probability of an event is always less than 1 and greater than 0. It was proved. Okay. Then, but in case the probability is equal to 1 or equal to 0, then the events are what? They are called your sure or certain event and your impossible event. Okay. So today in this class let us discuss what is negation of an event. You see, negation of an event. Negation. Then also we have discussed equally likely outcomes. Under what conditions the outcomes of a trial of a random experiment are said to be equally likely outcomes. I said in case of tossing a coin, the two outcomes are head and tail, and the probability of getting each outcome or getting each event is what? Equally likely. That means head is equally likely to occur as the tail, or tail is equally likely to occur as the head. Hence, getting head and getting tail, they are what? They are equally likely outcomes. Okay, head and tail are equally likely outcomes. Getting head and getting tail, they are equally likely outcomes. Similarly, in case of throwing a dice, if you throw a Ludo die, what are the outcomes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. So getting each outcome means getting each elementary event 1, 2, 3, etc. They are also equally likely outcomes. Okay, they are also equally likely outcomes. Now, what is negation of an event? See. Suppose negation of an event. Negation of an event. You see. Now, in order to understand what is meant by negation, see children. So we know that P of H plus P of T equal to 1. That means probability of getting head plus probability of getting tail is 1. Okay. So if P of H plus P of T is equal to 1, then we can say that P of H is equal to 1 minus P of T. Okay. This P of T, see, what does P of T mean? You see, P of T means probability of getting tail. So probability of getting tail is same as probability of not getting head. You see, P of T means probability of getting T. Probability of getting the elementary event T means probability of not getting head. You see. So if probability of not getting head, not head, you see, that means probability of T means probability of not getting head. You see, not getting head. You see. So if P of T means probability of getting tail or probability of not getting head, then in place of P of T, you see, we can write, therefore, we can write P of H, in place of P of T, we can write probability of not H, you see, not H, means not head, you see. P of T means probability of getting tail, okay, and probability of getting tail is same as probability of not getting head. So in place of P of T, we can write P of not H. So if P of H plus P of T is 1, then P of H plus P of not H is 1. Then this not H, you see, this not H is denoted by not H. We denote it by the symbol H bar, you see. Not H, the elementary event not H is denoted by the symbol H bar. So in place of not H, we can write P of H plus P of not H equal to 1. Okay. That means from this we can say that probability of an event plus probability of not that event. This is your negation. This not H is your negation of H. You see, not H is your negation of H. If H is the event, then not H means not the event. When not H means H is not likely to occur. When H is not likely to occur, we say it is not H. Okay, not head or not H. So H bar means it stands for negation of H. Okay, negation of the event, elementary event H. So P of H plus P of not H equal to 1. And if this is the case, if P of H and if the sum of PH and P of not H is 1, then we say P of H, that is probability of getting head, and probability of not getting head, not H. You see, P of H and P of not H, they are what events? They are called complementary events. Okay. So what are complementary events? This is a new thing which we have not read in class 8 and 9. See, not H. That means an event and not that event. Probability of an event and plus. If the probability of an event plus probability of not that event is 1, then the probability of that event plus probability of that, and that probability of that not that event, they are called what? Complementary events. So what are complementary events? You can easily define. This condition must be satisfied. In order that two events will be complementary, so this condition must be satisfied. That means the sum of probabilities of the event plus not the event should be equal to 1. Okay. So if P of H plus P of not H is 1, then we say that P of H and P of not H are your what events? Complementary events. Okay. We can also derive it in another way. See children. So children, I hope you understood what is the meaning of negation of an event H. Similarly, instead of taking H, you see, instead of taking H, if we take the event E, let us denote the elementary event E by the symbol E. Now, if E is an event, you see, then P of E, see, already we know probability of an event is given by what relation? M by N. Okay, where M is the number of favorable outcomes or elementary events and N is the total number of outcomes or elementary events. So P of E, we already know from the definition of probability, P of E is what? M by N. Then not E, you see, not E, it is denoted by E bar. Then what will be P of not E? You see, if P of E is M by N, then P of not E will be how much? How to find out? You see, in this case, what will be the number of favorable outcomes? You see, probability of an event E is defined by the relation M by N, where M is the number of favorable outcomes and N is the total number of outcomes. Now if you see, if N outcomes are favorable out of N outcomes, try to understand, if M number of outcomes or if number of favorable if M number of outcomes are favorable out of total outcomes N, then number of favorable outcomes that will make E bar or not E, it is how much? It will be definitely N minus M, you see. So when we find the probability of not E, P not E, probability of not E, what will be the number of favorable outcomes? It will be definitely N minus M. Why? Because out of N, you see, out of N, M outcomes are favorable. If out of N, M outcomes are favorable, then how many outcomes are not favorable? Definitely N minus M. Definitely N minus M. So, number of favorable outcomes will be N minus M and total outcomes is what? N. Now you divide the two. It is N by N minus M by N. It is 1 minus M by N. You see. Now in place of M by N, we can put P of E. Therefore, you see, we can easily prove that P of E plus P of not E equal to 1. See. Now, therefore, P of E, you see, P of E equal to 1 minus M by N. M by N is what? It is P of E. So, P of E. So, this implies P of E bar equal to 1 minus P of E bar. So, this is P of E bar plus P of E equal to 1. You see. Thus it is again proved that P of probability of an event plus probability of not that event or negation of the event is always equal to 1. Okay. That is why P of E and P of not E, they are called complementary events. Okay. So this is the concept of negation of an event and complementary event, children. Okay. Then let us discuss few things more. Children, you know, I discussed in the last class that when two coins are tossed simultaneously, there are 4 outcomes. Okay. What are the outcomes? What is the sample space? The sample space is, you see, when we toss 2 coins at a time, there will be 4 number of outcomes. Total outcomes, you see. What is the sample space? Sample space will be head, head. You see, this is one outcome. Head, tail, it is another outcome. Tail, head, it is another outcome. And tail, tail, you see. That means in the first coin, head may appear, and in the second coin again head may appear. In the first coin head, second coin there may be tail. Okay. So when 2 coins, you see, when 2 coins tossed, simultaneously, or at a time, these are the what? Possible outcomes. This is the sample space. Okay. Now, what will happen if we toss 3 coins at a time? What will happen if we toss 3 coins at a time? In this case, what will be the total number of outcomes? The total number of outcomes will be 8, 2 to the power 3. You see, we can easily find, if we remember a formula, we can easily find what will be the total number of outcomes when 2 coins are tossed simultaneously or 3 coins are tossed simultaneously. And one thing you children mark here, tossing 2 coins simultaneously or at a time is same as tossing 2 coins separately. You see, that means if we toss 2 coins, one coin I tossed, another coin I tossed. That means I tossed 2 coins separately. So when 2 coins are tossed separately, whatever is the total number of outcomes, you will get the same number of outcomes when 2 coins are tossed simultaneously. That is equal to 4. And now the point is, what will happen if we toss 3 coins simultaneously or at a time? 3 coins at a time. So what will be the, you see, tossing 3 coins simultaneously is also same as tossing 3 coins separately. Okay. In that case, what will be the total number of outcomes? It is 8. How to know? There is a formula. You see, when 2 coins, you see, when 2 coins tossed simultaneously or at a time. Simultaneously means at a time. You see, total number of outcomes. How to get the, what is the formula? There is a general formula to find the total number of outcomes whether 2 coins or 3 coins are tossed simultaneously or at a time. What is that formula? That I am going to tell you. When 2 coins tossed simultaneously, total outcomes equal to, you see, 2 to the power 2, that is 4. You see. Similarly, when 3 coins are tossed simultaneously, let us toss 3 coins. If 3 coins, you see, if 3 coins tossed at a time, then what will be the total outcomes? You see, total outcomes will be your 2 to the power 3, that is 8. You see, when 1 coin is tossed, it is 2 to the power 1. If 1 coin tossed, you see, if 1 coin tossed, then total outcome equal to 2 to the power 1, that is 2. So what will be the general formula? What will be the general formula to find the total number of outcomes, whether 2 coins, 3 coins, 4 coins, as many coins are tossed at a time? It is 2 to the power n, you see. So that means the general formula, you remember, the general formula is total coins, total outcomes, total number of outcomes will be equal to 2 to the power n, you see. So what is meant by 2 to the power n? So what is the meaning of n here? 2 means either the outcome is head or tail, these 2. These 2 stands for the outcome either head or tail, and n stands for number of times. Okay, how many times you are tossing? How many coins you are tossing? How many coins you are tossing? You are tossing 3 coins, so it is 2 to the power 3. If you toss 2 coins, it is 2 to the power 2, like this. And also in a similar manner, if 2 Ludo dice, cubical Ludo dice, if you throw two cubical, when we throw one dice, the outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. That means the total outcome is 6. But what will happen if we throw two dice at a time? Okay, simultaneously. Then what will be the total number of outcomes? It will be 6 to the power 2. 6 means, 6 means these are the outcomes. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6, which are likely to occur on the face of a cubical die, any cubical die. Then if you throw two dice at a time or simultaneously, then total outcome will be 6 to the power 2, that is 36. Don't think that 6 plus 6 it is 12 will be the total number of outcomes when two dice are thrown at a time. It will be 36. The formula is 6 to the power 2. Similarly, if you throw 3 dice at a time, okay, simultaneously, what will be the total number of outcomes? It will be 6 to the power 3, that is 216 outcomes. Okay, so like this you can easily find the total, because if you do not know how to find the total number of outcomes, then how will you get the favorable outcome? And if you do not get the number of favorable outcome, then how will you get the probability of an elementary event? You cannot find the probability of an elementary event without finding the number of favorable outcome and the total number of outcomes. Okay, so it is very important that one must understand how to find, or what is the total, what will be the total number of elementary events or outcomes in a trial or a random experiment. Okay, so let us denote what are the outcomes when two dice are thrown at a time or simultaneously. See, I said it is 6 to the power 2, that is 36. Then how will you believe? Yes, what Sari is saying, it is true. How to know? See, when two, let us denote the sample space when two dice thrown once. Okay, thrown simultaneously. When two dice are thrown simultaneously, what are the outcomes? Let us denote the sample space. You see, outcomes equal to 6 to the power 2 total. Total outcomes will be 6 to the power 2, that is 36. Let us find out all the 36 outcomes. You see, the outcomes may be C 1, 1. That means in the first die, okay, on one of the faces, it may 1, and on the second die also there may be 1 on the face. Okay, similarly 1, 2, 1, 3 up to 1, 6. You see, that means first die 1, second die 6. Okay, similarly 2, 1, see, 2, 2, 2, 3 up to 2, 6. Similarly, in the first die there may be 3, second die 1. In the first die 3, second die 2. You see, so like this, 3, 3 up to 3, 6. Similarly, in the first die there may be 4, second die 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, like this up to 4, 6. You see, these are the outcomes. This is the sample space which is obtained when we throw two dice at a time. When we throw two dice at a time, these are the outcomes, or this is the sample space. Similarly, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3 up to 5, 6 and 6, 1. That means in the first die there may be 6, in the second die there may be 1, 6, 2, 6, 3. So like this you can find the sample space. Like this you can find the outcome. See, this is the sample space. So these are the total outcomes which will be obtained when two dice are thrown simultaneously or at a time. Okay. So children, in this class, whatever I discussed, particularly about negation of an event, okay, or what are complementary events, I hope you understood the concept. Then there is nothing more given in the NCERT syllabus. Only we had to discuss this much. Then we have to discuss the application. How the application, I mean the concept of probability is applied to the game of playing cards. How it is applied, and some problems we shall discuss. Okay. So whatever I discussed in the last class and this class, it is enough for you to understand, I mean to solve all problems on what? Your probability. Any question comes on probability, you will be able to answer, I mean solve, if at all you have understood whatever I discussed in the previous class and in this class. So in the next class we are going to discuss some problems and one of the applications of probability, particularly to the game of playing cards. You know children, people often play playing cards to pass their time. Okay, so in the game of playing cards, how the concept of probability is applied, it was there in class 8, but you might have forgot. We are going to discuss again the application of probability to the game of playing card in the next class, and some of the problems on probability, so that you will have a thorough, clear understanding of the chapter, that is probability. Okay, so we shall again discuss probability in the next class. Children, I hope whatever I discussed in this class you must have understood. If at all it is true, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.